Welcome aboard, everybody. We're here in St. Augustine, and today we're going to talk about one of the questions that I get the most flying a twin, and that is, am I putting my gear up too soon? A lot of people comment, and they think I'm putting it up too soon, and so we'll have that conversation, that debate. I'll let you know my thought process, and things that you may not have considered when flying a twin when it comes to putting the gear up. Ground band 3175 Whiskey self-service fuel with Juliet, rated taxi.
Baron 3175 Whiskey, San Jose ground runway 31 taxi via Delta Bravo.
31 via Delta Bravo, 75 Whiskey. Alright, airspeed good, not indicating we are blue over brown. We got 2000 set in the future, 2996 once, twice. We are coming through 098 once, twice, 3 times. Alright, cowl flaps are open, flaps are up. Alright, trims are set. Electrical trim is working. We've got 31 runway heading bugged.
Ground 47.
And we've got 3032, gotta get squawk code.
Echo X-ray.
This is probably gonna be bumpy taking off.
Let's do this.
Not gonna be fun. Alright, we are clear right. We are clear left.
There are birds
Got our lights on.
on the runway.
Yep. Not for long. Alright, winds off the right. Runway heading 2000. Please, birds. I've already killed one here before. Go away. Alright, power is set. Fuel flow. Airspeed is alive. Another set of birds. .84 knots. Ooh. Positive rate.
Change approved.
Yep. You're up.
Thanks for the help. Have a good day.
Alright, that's 50 feet. Alright, coming through 400 feet, bringing the power back to climb. 25 inches.
Baron 75 Whiskey, contact Jacksonville departure.
Over departure, good day, 75 Whiskey.
You're over.
Departure, Baron 3175 Whiskey 700, climbing 2000, runway heading.
Baron 357, 3175 Whiskey, Jackson departure. Good afternoon. IDEF, maintain 6000.
IDEC, climb 6000, 75 Whiskey. Alright, climbing 6000.
Baron 75 Whiskey, turn left direct, Foxam.
Left, direct, Fox AM, 75 Whiskey.
159.
159.
Go through this little pocket.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit the gas. I'm trying so hard to hit the gas.
601 Papa Echo, contact
How did I know?
126.35.
It's like you've flown with me before.
Like I'm a pilot or something.
Or something.
Yeah, so on the drive.
75 Whiskey, climb and maintain 10,000.
10,000, 75 Whiskey.
RB 3146 Sierra Jax Birch, good afternoon. I'll hop low for you in just a second.
Yep.
Hey,
Now
look.
we'll lower the nose for more of a cruise climb. EGTs are starting to come down, so we'll continue to lean. We're bringing the first EGT.
75 Whiskey, I'm showing light preset 12 to 1 o'clock, about 10 miles, 3 miles in diameter.
Roger that, we'll advise for deviations. Actually, can I say turn right about 20 degrees?
75 Whiskey, your right deviation is approved to enable direct Fox Sam and advise.
Alright, right deviation, Fox Am, we'll advise, 75 Whiskey. I get this radar up and running so I can see what, because I can't see through this little layer, but I see blue over there.
Well, I see the dark down here, but we can't see it because we're climbing.
Right.
Not really. It's coming. It's just not.
Okay, so turn the tilt down a little bit because we're climbing. I got the tilt up. So the tilt to this knob right here.
Okay.
Just bring it down about like that. I only did it for you, that way in the future you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, see?
Alright, yeah, we're going to get above this really quick.
150.
So typically when we're level cruise, I put it about 10 degrees nose up, and that pretty much will show me what's in front of me and above.
5 Whiskey, contact Daytona, 118.85. Y'all have a good night.
1885, you too, San Francisco. Daytona, Baron 3175, Whiskey 5.2, climbing 10,000, deviating for weather.
3175 Whiskey Daytona approach, roger, turn 29901.
29er, 901, 75 Whiskey. Yeah, there's a whole lot of weather. In fact, if you look on ForeFlight, you can see just south of us, about 50 miles south, there's some weather inland that we'll be east of. That weather was all in my path coming up here. So I actually wanted to go out west over Ocala and head south. Then I started thinking perhaps all that weather, because it's coming off the east, will have moved past. And lo and behold, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while, because it did.
You want to direct it now?
Let's direct fox them now. Ooh, that's more of a steep turn than I thought. Actually, we're not going direct yet.
I was going to say, I kind of feel like by the time we...
We'll hint towards it, but we're not going to go there
Yeah.
yet.
By the time we start curving, then we're going to be correcting.
525 Romeo Charlie with you, 2600 for 11,010 heading.
Gain to lean in the climb. Welcome to Florida. You don't like the weather? Wait 30 minutes. It'll change. Coming down, actually, I was getting ready to ask for it, and they actually routed me, deviated me east over the water to stay away from all the weather.
Right.
And then they're like, all right, you can now go on a 340 heading, but the approach has a waypoint that's out over the water for the
Right.
ILS. So I'm like, I can do that, but
I got to come back out
I'd
again.
rather can I just have direct to this waypoint? And but I know from talking to the controllers that they typically won't default to keeping us over the water, being in pistons, unless we say we're okay with it.
they're
So
okay.
I'm like, yeah, this is what I want. And it was perfect, because you can even see here if you look out, it's it's lower there than it is over here.
Right.
That's how it was earlier too.
Wrong thing.
1,000 to go. So let's talk about when you raise the gear in a twin. I figured I would share with you my thoughts, my rationale, my reasoning, right, wrong, or indifferent. So first, let's talk about the basic principles between a single engine and a twin engine. So in a single engine airplane, altitude is life. You lose an engine in a single engine airplane, all you have to trade is altitude for distance to get back on the runway. So you give up some altitude for speed, that keeps you flying, and that's how you get back on the runway. So the sooner you lose an engine after takeoff, the more detrimental it is. Therefore, immediately after takeoff, you want to climb as fast as you can to get some level of altitude, so that way if you lose your engine, 500 feet, 600 feet, you now have an option, you have altitude that you can bleed off that altitude to maintain your speed to come back and land on the runway, hopefully, or a nearby road, or some off-field landing. In a twin, the concept is slightly different. In a twin, speed is life. A single, altitude is life. In a twin, speed is life. So in a twin, you can only bleed so much altitude, but you want to keep your speed going. If you get too slow, you get into what's called a VMC roll. We've all seen videos of it on YouTube, and we've all heard stories. A twin engine loses an engine, gets too slow, and rolls right over into the dead engine, and there's no recovering from that, and everyone's dead. So the way you prevent a VMC roll is simple. You can't VMC roll an airplane if you maintain your speed. So if you're going fast. So in my opinion, the most detrimental time in a twin engine airplane is immediately after rotation. At 84 knots, when I rotate, I am well below blue line. I am way too close to my VMC speed. So I want to get from that low 84 knot VMC speed to blue line and above as fast as I possibly can. What's the fastest thing I can do? Well, I've already got power up, right? So I've already got max power. I could keep the nose low and not climb, but you know, we need to climb, we have obstacles. Or I can put my gear up, reduce my single greatest drag maker at that time, which is my gear, which will allow my speed to climb, and it allows it to climb fast. Now I get above blue line. Now I'm in that safer zone. If I lose my engine at that point, I have a buffer and I have a time to react, because if I do nothing, that speed's still going to bleed off and go right back down the VMC. I now have time to lower the nose, shallow my climb, and maintain in that safe zone. So that's the first two basic fundamental principles. And that is why I, positive rate, gear up, I want that speed, because to me, speed is life.
The second argument would be, like the guy just said, oh, you have runway to not wreck your plane.
So the second argument is exactly that. Okay, you still have runway left ahead of you to land. To which I say, but do you? So everyone thinks that you've got runway ahead of you to land, and you can just chop the power and land. Well, let's take a couple things into account. First of all, if you run off the end of a runway, typically you have two things at the end of a runway. You can have three things depending where you are in the country. You've got grass, dirt, or mud at the end of the runway, which will give you a sudden stop. What kills you is a sudden stop. Or a cliff. I've seen some parts of the country, there's actually right at the end of the runway, there's a hill, you go whoop, right down. Not pretty. So it means that if you're going to chop the power and land right away, do you have enough runway to set the wheels down and come to a complete stop? So the first thing I would advise anyone to do is this. Run these basic numbers. If you fly a twin, you've heard of stop-go numbers, but I want you to run these numbers. I want you to run the distance required to take off in your airplane, in your twin, and clear a 50-foot obstacle. Then what I want you to do is I want you to run the numbers that say distance to land, clearing a 50-foot obstacle. And I want you to add those two numbers together. Now, once you've done that, we're not done, because those numbers are based on being fully configured, full flaps, at approach speed. So now what I need you to do is, I need you to, if you have the charts to do it, if not, I need you to figure out the factor to what is your speed going to be and what is your distance required to land with no flaps. So at this point, you've got no flaps. So you're flying faster, and you're going to require more landing distance and stopping distance. So let's factor that in. So now you take the 50 feet numbers, and you've got to factor in how long does it take you to react to the fact that you lost an engine. The startle time. Right? So you're taking off, you're climbing, you reach 50 feet, your engine starts sputtering or making noise. It takes a few seconds to realize what's happening. In training it doesn't because you're expecting it. But in real life, it takes a few seconds. So you're like, huh, what's happening? Perhaps if you're flying a twin, you reach down, or any airplane for that matter, you reach down and you hit your aux fuel pump, turn that on high, because that's the first thing I'm going to do to see if maybe my engine fuel pump died and my aux pump can keep it running. So I'm going to reach down, hit that. Realize, okay, it didn't fix the problem. Now 3, 4, 5 seconds have passed. If you're climbing out at 100 knots or 110 knots, how much feet did you eat up during those 5 seconds? Do the math of numbers, those numbers, add those numbers in. You also got to take into account you're assuming that right at 50 feet it failed. You're also assuming that you were level at 50 feet. Because if you're climbing at 50 feet, you're going to continue to climb even if you're as you're pushing a nose over and come down. So all these little factors that are all small numbers, but when you've only got 5,000 feet of runway, they eat up fast. For those who are convinced that that's the thing to do, what I'd advise you to do, and it's actually something maybe we'll do in a future video, is go to an airport that's got 9,000, 10,000 feet of runway. Advise what you're doing, and I want you to take off, get to 50 feet. Once you get to 50 feet, go 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, chop the power, and go back and land and come to a complete stop. And look and see exactly how much runway you ate up at that point. And know that is the absolute minimum that you would ever be able to do that in real life.
Because you're planning it.
Because you're planning it, because you still don't have the startle factor. And in fact, if you do it, go ahead and put comments below, come back to this video, and let me know. Let me know what your numbers were, and let me know what the airplane was. I'd love to hear it. But I think the answer might surprise you. Just my take. And the final factor in all this is this. If the engine fails and your gear is up, and you're at max gross weight, and there's no way you're going to climb, or there's no way you're going to clear an obstacle, chop the power, gear up the airplane. It's okay. Nobody has ever died from a gear up landing. People have died from stalling an airplane in a gear up scenario where they try to save the engines and cut the power, get too slow and stall. People have done dumb things, but if you just fly the airplane to the runway and gear it up, and you get to go home and kiss your loved ones at the end of the day.
I guess making the point, at the end of the day, some of the people's arguments are, but you're going to ruin your plane. Okay, I'd rather kill my plane than kill myself. A plane can always be replaced, a car can always be replaced, but not you.
There's an expression which is the minute the engine fails, the insurance company owns the airplane. So in other words, don't worry about the airplane. At this point, the only thing you're worried about is saving you. Don't die trying to save an airplane.
Right.
And a lot of people have died. There are a lot of sad stories. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of graves full of good pilots that died trying to save an airplane. I really wish we would just stay on the coast. I hate that we always have to go in. So flying down to South Florida, we always get stuck routing inland over like Okeechobee. I'd love to talk to you if any of you are, or if anyone knows any Palm Beach approach controllers. I'd love to have a conversation with them. I'd like to pick their brain. So if you can go ahead and, if you are one or you know one, go ahead and message me on Instagram at Beach Baron Pilot, and
or on the website,
or even or go to baronpilotshop.com and hit the contact page and email us. I would love to get that contact information and have a chat. Just want to pick their brain on a few things, and might not change anything, but I'd love to do it. Which reminds me, if you guys like these videos, as always, hit that thumbs up, subscribe button. Biggest compliment we can receive is your subscription to the channel. Be sure to ring that bell for notification and hit all. So share this video with your friends, family, loved ones, anyone who's in aviation. And if you're watching this video and you're at this point in the video and you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let me know you like what's here because you made it this far. And don't miss out on future videos and other topics and other fun stuff.
75 Whiskey gliding 180.
180, 75 Whiskey. It's like he could see the clouds, and he's like, you know, if I put him on a 180 heading, he can hit the gap.
Said that?
Huh?
Said that?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying it's like he can see the clouds.
Oh.
Number 75 Whiskey, proceed direct to Enver, intercept the runway 9er localizer.
Direct Enver to intercept the runway 9er localizer, 75 Whiskey. Alright, I didn't put Enver in there.
Yeah.
So, of course I didn't. So procedure.
Okay, procedure,
ILS
ILS for 9, and then enter.
Yep. And then give me,
activate it.
and then, no, what I want you to do is this. I want you to go to this, to here.
And delete the hold.
Delete the hold, and then give me direct invert.
Whoa! Alright, why?
You're there on hold.
Delete.
Clear. Now go to that invert and hit direct. Enter. There we go. Good job.
Probably felt like I should have gone direct invert first and then deleted the hold.
Number 75 Whiskey, flighting 180.
180 on the heading, 75 Whiskey. So much for going direct invert.
Number 75 Whiskey, descend maintain 2000.
2000, 75 Whiskey.
175 Whiskey, turn left and 120, intercept the runway 9 final first course.
Left 120, intercept runway 9, final first course, 75 Whiskey. Alright, give me,
Learjet 1 Charlie Hotel, do you have that?
Okay, you can do that, it's fine.
1,800.
Negative.
Then what?
Remember,
Over that way.
75 Whiskey, you're miles from Enver, cleared for the ILS runway 9 approach. Your sequence is a Learjet descending out at 2,500 at your 11 o'clock wing up turning final.
Alright, clear the ILS 9, we'll keep an eye out for the leader, 75 Whiskey.
Your 6 Papa Foxtrot, turn left heading 270.
270, 6 Papa Foxtrot.
Number 6 Papa Foxtrot, how will this approach terminate? 75 Whiskey, contact executive tower 120.9, good day.
Over Tower Day, 75 Whiskey.
I know, we're wrong, but you're on tower.
Fine, whatever. Tower, Baron 3175 Whiskey, ILS 9.
Alright, 3175 Whiskey, exit tower, continue on traffic, holding in position.
Continue, 75 Whiskey.
Ground's at least
Alright,
down.
we are not clear to land yet. Alright, go on flaps approach. What are the winds again?
Contact Miami, departure 007.
06010.
Gusting the,
16.
here comes the glide slope. Gear going down.
Or, even though we're not clear, you're going to go ahead and put gear down?
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Gear goes down because we're going down. Don't go down without gear down, ever. That's how people forget.
You're prepping to be cleared for landing,
Yeah, 100%.
even though we're not cleared for landing.
Correct.
Good afternoon.
Never go down the glide slope without the gear down.
329,
Or even,
Because you're going to get task saturated and then not remember.
we are,
or never even begin your descent into an airport. Like, I say descent like from a traffic pattern, or descent to land without your gear going down.
Alright, Echo Mike, enter right
Alright, going down the glide slope.
See your type Cessna. Alright, 75 Whiskey, runway 9 clear to land.
Runway 9 or clear to land, 75 Whiskey. Alright, I'll about to way. It's having too much, it's struggling way too much.
Tower, I think we're all 322 with you.
I feel like this is taking forever.
Oh, tell me about it. Well, because we got a headwind. Alright, 500 feet, we're 3 green. Flaps land, clear land, autopilot
Is one in the mirror.
is away. Here's one in the mirror. Alright, ducking down. Oh, damn bug. What's the last thing that went through his head?
November 9, Echo
Nothing.
Mike, runway
His
9
butt.
clear to land.
good land, runway 9, not a Mike.
Oh, man. Float,
Deck Royal 322, this traffic maneuvering at the shoreline of Bannertower at a profile.
That was pretty good.
Okay, we're looking
I should have hit the brakes to tell
But you missed Bravo.
for 322.
I was too busy just hold it. That was just on principle.
I was like,
You know the worst part
I
is,
know you're going to try and do this.
You don't have a tail camera on either.
Well,
I should have. Oh, man.
it might have lasted. It was an older camera. No, it wasn't. It was a 7.
Ground band 3175 Whiskey's cleared 9er at Golf for the Charlie ramp.
For 3175 Whiskey Executive ground taxi via Golf Charlie to the ramp, cross runway 13.
Golf Charlie the ramp, cross runway 13, 75 Whiskey. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale Exec. Hope you enjoyed that landing as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. No, I mean...
What?
That's a good landing. I'm just kind of basking in the glory of my landing right now.
Oh, but nobody's gonna see it.
Probably not. It's probably dead. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe button, biggest comment where you can see if you're subscribed on the channel. Be sure to ring that bell for notification and help spread the word. Share this video with your friends, family, loved ones. And if you're watching this video and got to this point and you haven't hit the subscribe button, now's the time to do it. You made it this far. just click the button.
Whip it around.
Whip it good.
Whip that wing.
Executive ground, good afternoon, Cessna 329, Echo Mike 09 at Bravo going to Banyan.
Alright guys, until next time stay safe and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye guys.